This is your world. We just live in it. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, the people you go to school with, anybody in this world is just living in your universe because you actually get to create what happens next. And you do that through your thoughts and you understand what you're creating with your emotions. So, no matter what any of us do, no matter what I do, I'm an external condition in your world, which means I should not be able to get you mad. I should not be able to get you angry. And I shouldn't be able to get you happy or any other good feeling because you should be feeling those emotions unconditionally. I'm just a reflection of you, of a part of you. Just like how any other person is a reflection of a part of you. We're all just external conditions in your world. And whether you let us affect you or not is based on your ability to control your thoughts and your emotions. Don't ever let any person or situation or circumstance or event, any condition that is external from you, that's not within, don't ever let that get your attention, especially in a negative way. Because whenever you allow external conditions to get your attention in a negative way, and you feel good one moment, and then you run into this situation or this person and they instantly lower your vibration, and now you're feeling worried, doubt, fear, anger, frustration, irritation. Any of those emotions are your point of attraction. All your emotions are your point of attraction. If you understand that your emotions are just indicators, you'll know, okay, well, I feel fear right now, which means that my point of attraction must be fear, which means I'm attracting things in my life that are on the same frequency as fear, like the car accidents, like the debt, like the drama, like the fights, like everything on that frequency you're attracting. So now that we know what a point of attraction is, we could go ahead and change that because we're able to change our emotions, because we're able to change our thoughts. You're able to change your thoughts, and you'll know what you're creating right now in this moment through your emotions. Do I feel good? Do I feel bad? Whatever the answer to that question is what you're creating. Whenever you feel good emotions, ranging from love, freedom, joy, optimism, belief, happiness, all of those good emotions, when you feel anything like that, you're thinking thoughts that align with who you really are, with that inner part of you, which means that you're heading in the right direction. So continue to give your attention to what you're giving your attention to, and don't forget to take action, because the action is what's going to make that process happen in that good state of mind. It's going to make it happen so much more quickly, and the action that you're taking in that state of mind will feel exhilarating, and you'll feel enthusiasm. It'll feel good to take action, and vice versa with bad emotions. Whenever you feel bad, you feel any emotions ranging from worry, doubt, fear, anger, irritation, pessimism, any of those emotions, that is also indicating to you that you're giving your attention to thoughts that don't align with who you really are. You're giving attention to thoughts that are hindering the process for you to getting to where you want to be, which is why I'm an external condition in your world, and your mother and your father and your brother and your sister and your friends and your coworkers are all external conditions, which means the moment you let them get your attention in a negative way, you allow them to bring your frequency from up here to down here. You allow them to get your emotions from up here to down here. You allow them to take your energy from up here to down there. Then they have control over you. Nobody should have control over you, which is why that emotional intelligence is key. The emotional intelligence is how you know who has control over me right now, or do I have control over myself? Because the key is to feel unconditionally loving for yourself. You want to love yourself unconditionally. You want to love other people unconditionally. Every single person, because love is the highest frequency, which means when you're operating in a state of love, then you're receiving other things on that frequency. like the desires, like the relationships, like the friendships, like the abundance of money. All of that good stuff lies on those frequencies. But in order to receive anything on a frequency, you have to be in vibrational harmony with that frequency, which means that the moment you feel love, you can't just feel that emotion for a second. You have to transmit and broadcast that vibrational frequency for a long duration with high intensity. And the longer duration you transmit a signal for with higher intensity, the quicker that you start attracting things into your life. And by taking action on that high frequency, it's just going to multiply the process 10 times quicker. And it's not about the quickness. It's not about how fast you get what it is that you want in your life. It's about the journey to getting there. It's about who are you becoming in the process to reaching this goal. And emotional intelligence, back to that. When you have emotional intelligence, you understand where you are vibrationally. Your emotions are just indicators of what you're creating with your thoughts at every single point in time. So if you understand your emotions at every single point in time, you'll know, am I creating something that is perpetuating my good energies to get me to where I want to be? Or am I creating something that's hindering me to get to where I want to be? And you'll know so clearly once you have that emotional intelligence within you what anybody makes you feel. When any situation or event or circumstance makes you feel, you'll know, is this making me feel bad or is this making me feel good? If it's making me feel good, it's helping me get to where I want to be. And if it's making me feel bad, then it's actually hindering me from me getting to where I want to be. Therefore, it has control over you. You should feel an emotional feeling of love, freedom, joy, optimistic, happiness, belief all the time. And we are leading edge creators. We are going to experience adversity because we're living in a time-space reality. So don't live in a fantasy world. Obviously, there is going to be circumstances, situations, and events and people that are going to show you problems. They're going to show you adversity in your life. But when that time comes, you're going to want to be grateful that you experienced that adversity because it actually helped you give birth to a new desire. It helped you give birth to a new preference. So you actually grew as a result from experiencing that adversity. You actually evolved as a result of experiencing this problem or this issue. So now that you grew from that and you gave birth to this new preference, you want to focus on the preference or solution or answer instead of indulging in the problem or the issue. Because what most people do is they experience this adversity, they experience this person talking shit about them, they experience this whatever the case may be, and then it makes them feel bad, right? And then they go meet up with a group of people who are also experiencing something similar, and then they all talk about their problems amongst each other, and they're just indulging in the problem, and they're still holding those emotions that it caused them to feel. And when you're doing that, it's detrimental to do that because you're actually vibrating on that irritated frequency. Therefore, you're not receiving anything other than what's on that frequency, which is why most people are creating by default. They're receiving so many things in their life that they don't want, and they don't even know they're doing it. They're wondering, why is this coming to me? Why is this coming to me? Why is this drama coming to me? Why are these issues coming to me? Why is this debt coming to me? Why is this lack coming to me? Why are these accidents coming to me? Well, what were you broadcasting prior to that coming to you? Because it's all you. It's always me. It's always you. Everything I'm doing internally with my mind and my emotions is what's causing everything to come into my physical reality, which is why the emotional intelligence is key, because you know what you're causing to attract in your life. So instead of being like that group of people who are communicating with each other about their problems without offering any solutions, don't be like the 99%. You want to know that there was a problem. Yes, it caused you to feel bad emotions. Yes, it caused you to feel worry, doubt, fear. But now you know. Because I experienced this, I know more clearly I want this. Now you focus on this. You forget about that thank that. Thank the issue. Thank the problem. Be grateful for it, because you wouldn't have known this without this. Once you focus on the solution, you're in a new frequency now. So you shouldn't stay in that negative emotion, that downward spiral emotion, for a long period of time. It's going to happen. There's adversity for every single person. No matter how much money you have or how much success you have, you're going to experience adversity. Don't focus and don't indulge in that emotion that it caused you to feel. Feel it, understand what you gave birth to, focus on the solution in a higher frequency, because you can't find the solution to something on the same frequency that the problem was created with. If the problem was created on this fear emotion, you want to understand that it caused you to give birth to a new preference, and then you want to figure out what that preference was, or you want to figure out the answer or the solution on a higher frequency, because you're not going to find the answer on the same frequency the problem was created from. Knowing this, you're 100% deliberately creating your reality. You have control over everything that happens now. You're finally aware that me and your parents and your siblings and nobody, no thing should be able to get your attention and take you from a higher frequency to a lower frequency, or a higher emotion to a lower emotion, or a higher energy to a lower energy. Because the moment we have the ability to do that to you, we control you now. And you don't want nobody to control you. You control your reality. So make sure you have the emotional intelligence to understand what you're attracting in your life right now in this present moment, and practice, 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 and be great. And go get things in your life that you've always desired to have. No one's gonna do it for you. So go out and get that shit.